Get ready because the news cycle is absolutely exploding, and we've got the updates you cannot afford to miss. We're diving headfirst into a whirlwind of market shifts, groundbreaking signals, and bold predictions that are setting the stage for what's next. We're talking major moves, seismic shifts, and insights that could redefine your understanding of the landscape. Don't just follow the news, understand it. Stick around, because this is Bitcoin Bulletin, and we're about to break it all down for you. From the unexpected rise of new players shaking up established markets, we're seeing a fascinating pivot that could signal a new era for investment strategies. This isn't just a minor adjustment. It's a trend that analysts are watching closely, as capital appears to be flowing into opportunities that promise significant future growth. Then, we're digging into a rare signal that just fired up on one of the biggest platforms, a technical indicator that has historically pointed to major turning points. Will this be the catalyst for a surge, or does it warn of a coming shakeup? The charts are telling a story, and we're here to decode it. And finally, we're looking ahead with some ambitious projections for the future of a leading digital asset. Experts are weighing in with price targets that might seem out of this world, but could they be closer than we think? Make sure you're subscribed, and the notification bell is on so you never miss a beat. A new force emerges on the horizon. The financial world is abuzz with a development that could reshape the landscape of investment in digital assets and beyond. Reports are surfacing about a significant backing from a prominent political figure, influencing the trajectory of a key player in the Bitcoin mining sector. This isn't just about a single company. It's about the potential for a new wave of strategically supported ventures to emerge and challenge the established order. The focus is on the burgeoning influence of American Bitcoin, a venture reportedly gaining traction with strong endorsements from a well-known political personality. This backing is sparking conversations about whether this signifies a new era for Bitcoin mining stocks, potentially ushering in a period of heightened innovation, increased competition, and substantial market shifts. The implications are far-reaching, suggesting that political alignment could become a more significant factor in the success and valuation of companies operating within the digital asset space. As this story unfolds, it raises questions about regulatory environments, investor confidence, and the broader economic strategies that might be at play. The involvement of such a high-profile figure could attract a different kind of investor, one looking for stability and strategic growth aligned with specific political visions. This could lead to increased capital infusion, accelerated technological development, and a more robust ecosystem for Bitcoin mining in the United States. Furthermore, it prompts a look at how other mining operations might respond, whether through seeking similar endorsements or by differentiating themselves through technological superiority or diversified market approaches. The narrative is complex, touching on finance, politics, and technology, and it's one that investors and industry observers will be watching with keen interest. This development has certainly caught the attention of market watchers and the broader investment community, with discussions heating up across financial forums and news outlets about the potential impact on the mining industry's future. But hold on, because the story of capital reallocation is far from over. Next, we're tracking where investors are moving their money as Bitcoin's dominance shows signs of shifting. Capital shifts as Solana surges ahead. The cryptocurrency market is witnessing a significant rotation of capital, with investors increasingly looking beyond Bitcoin towards promising altcoins like Solana. This trend is underscored by Solana's impressive performance, outshining Bitcoin and sparking comparisons to Ethereum's explosive rallies. In recent weeks, Solana SOL has demonstrated remarkable strength, outperforming Bitcoin BTC by a notable margin. Market data indicates a clear shift in investor sentiment, with capital flowing away from the dominant cryptocurrency into altcoins that are showing strong growth potential. This movement is occurring within a broader context of crypto market consolidation, suggesting a strategic reallocation by investors seeking higher returns. Analysts are drawing parallels between Solana's current trajectory and Ethereum's significant rallies observed earlier this year. They point to factors such as the potential for exchange-traded fund (ETF) approvals and substantial inflows into digital asset treasuries, DATs, as key drivers that could propel Solana's value. One analyst estimates that up to $2.65 billion could be funneled into Solana through DATs, a figure that highlights the growing institutional interest and confidence in the altcoin's future. This surge in interest is also reflected in the trading volume and market capitalization of Solana, which have seen considerable increases, further solidifying its position as a leading altcoin. The narrative is further complicated by parallel developments in the sports industry, where high-profile franchises like the NFL's New York Giants are seeking massive valuations for minority stakes. This reflects a broader trend of capital seeking high-growth, liquid assets across different sectors. The Koch family's significant bid for a stake in the Giants, valued at $10 billion, mirrors the search for lucrative investment opportunities. As the NFL's average franchise valuation continues to climb, it underscores the appeal of such assets. The convergence of these trends in both crypto and sports markets paints a picture of a dynamic investment landscape where capital is actively seeking new avenues for growth and diversification. The question remains whether this shift away from Bitcoin's dominance is a temporary correction or the beginning of a sustained trend towards altcoins with strong technological foundations and innovative ecosystems. The market is buzzing with discussions about whether Solana is poised for an Ethereum-like surge, captivating investors and analysts alike. But don't get too comfortable with the bull market narrative just yet. We're now turning our attention to a rare signal flashing on a major exchange that could indicate a significant market turning point. A rare signal emerges on Binance. A critical technical indicator on the Binance exchange is flashing a rare signal, sparking debate among traders and analysts about whether it heralds a market bottom or a period of increased volatility. The Binance Bitcoin stablecoin ratio is approaching a critical threshold, nearing parity at 1. This specific ratio, which measures the balance between Bitcoin reserves and stablecoin reserves on the platform, is a seldom-seen metric. Historically, when this ratio has approached this level, it has often coincided with significant market turning points, including major bottoms. For instance, in March, when the ratio was near this level, Bitcoin experienced a pullback before embarking on a substantial rally towards its all-time high. Data from on-chain analytics firm CryptoQuant highlights that this particular setup has appeared only twice since the conclusion of the last bear market, amplifying its significance as a potential buy signal. However, there's a crucial caveat. In previous cycles, this signal has typically appeared at the tail end of bear markets or during significant correction phases. Its reappearance now, during a period of relative strength for Bitcoin, could potentially signal a false alarm, hinting at the possibility of an extended correction rather than an immediate bottom. Adding weight to the bullish case, Binance's ERC20 stablecoin reserves have reached a record high of $37.8 billion, indicating substantial liquidity and that many investors are holding stablecoins, ready to deploy capital. This suggests that a significant portion of capital is waiting on the sidelines, poised to enter the market. On the other hand, Bitcoin researcher Axel Adler Jr. cautions that the market is currently in a repair phase. While Bitcoin is trading above key support levels like the short-term holder realized price and broader structural indicators like the overall realized price and long-term holder realized price remain well below current levels, the market is sensitive to profit-taking. This sensitivity suggests that consolidation could extend, even with bullish long-term signals. The key determinant for whether this Binance ratio ultimately signals a turning point or a period of turbulence will be Bitcoin's ability to maintain its crucial support levels. A drop below the $95,000 mark could trigger the first 50-week simple moving average, SMA, bear signal of this cycle, a level that has historically preceded significant drawdowns. The market is at a critical juncture, with this rare signal adding another layer of complexity to the ongoing debate about Bitcoin's immediate future. This rare indicator on Binance has traders questioning whether bulls or bears are set to benefit from the market's next move. But what does the future hold beyond these immediate market signals? We're now looking at ambitious long-term price predictions that could redefine what's possible for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's bold future, a $500,000 prediction. As Bitcoin continues its journey as a leading digital asset, the question on everyone's mind is, where will its price be in the coming years, specifically by 2030? Bitcoin currently boasts a staggering market capitalization of $2.2 trillion, placing it in direct competition with some of the world's largest and most influential corporations. This impressive valuation is a testament to its historical price appreciation. Looking ahead, projections suggest that Bitcoin's price could reach an astonishing $500,000 per coin within the next 5 years. While this represents a lower percentage gain compared to its historical performance, it translates to an annualized return of approximately 35% from its current price of around $111,400. Such a return would likely outpace the performance of the traditional stock market, underscoring Bitcoin's potential as a high-growth investment. Despite this optimism, it's crucial to acknowledge that the market dynamics are evolving. As Bitcoin matures, the exponential gains seen in its earlier stages may gradually diminish. Nonetheless, the outlook for Bitcoin investors remains decidedly bullish. A primary driver for this optimistic forecast is Bitcoin's inherent scarcity. With a hard cap of 21 million units in circulation, its supply is controlled by a predetermined inflation rate, governed by halving events that occur roughly every 4 years. This fixed supply mechanism is a powerful counterpoint to the increasing global trend of expanding government debt and fiat currency issuance. In an environment where traditional currencies face potential devaluation, investors are increasingly drawn to decentralized digital assets like Bitcoin, whose supply cannot be manipulated by central authorities. This fundamental characteristic of scarcity, combined with its decentralized nature, positions Bitcoin as a potential hedge against inflation and a store of value in an uncertain economic climate. The ongoing development of the infrastructure supporting Bitcoin, from mining operations to secure storage solutions and user-friendly interfaces, further bolsters its long-term viability and appeal. The network's resilience and the commitment of its stakeholders, including nodes, miners, users, and developers, to its core principles are crucial in maintaining its value proposition. Therefore, while past performance is not indicative of future results, the confluence of scarcity, decentralization, and growing adoption suggests a strong potential for continued price appreciation, making Bitcoin a compelling asset for long-term investment. Experts are forecasting a monumental rise, with predictions of Bitcoin reaching $500,000 by 2030, driven by its unique scarcity and growing global appeal. And that wraps up our deep dive into today's most impactful stories. But before you go, we've got a rapid-fire recap of everything you need to know. And that wraps up our deep dive into today's most impactful stories. We saw American Bitcoin potentially ushering in a new era with political backing. Solana is making waves, outperforming Bitcoin as capital shifts toward promising altcoins and even sports franchises. A rare Binance signal is flashing, creating a buzz about whether it's a bull or bear indicator. And the future looks bright, with predictions of Bitcoin hitting $500,000 by 2030, driven by its scarcity. Don't miss out on any of these crucial updates. Hit that like button if you found this valuable, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for your daily dose of crypto intelligence, and ring that notification bell so you're always the first to know. Join our community, share your thoughts in the comments below, and follow us on all our social channels for real-time updates. We'll see you in the next one.